Can you imagine that hundreds of years ago, if you owned a book, you were considered blessed? To have a book was something, was like a privilege. And I think about today, we have so many ways to nourish our faith, ways that the saints and religious figures of the past did not have. We have podcasts, we have the Halo app, we have so many different apps and just ways of learning about God and getting closer to God. And yet, in the first reading, we hear about the Word of God. The Word of God. And it says this in the book of Isaiah, "So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but shall do my will, achieving the end for which I sent it." So as good as it is to have all these ways of learning about God, I think this is a call to return to the very Word of God, to not neglect that, especially in this time of Lent, to really focus on the Word of God. When I hear these words, when I read these words, I think about something that Pope Benedict XVI said in regard to the Word of God. He says, the Word of God is not just informative, like so many other books that we read, it's proformative. Means that it accomplishes the very thing for which it's designated. Right? There's an actual change or a transformation in our hearts just by reading and putting ourselves in contact with the Word of God. And I think, we live in such a technological world. We often live very distractedly, and we're pulled in this way and that other way, and we just live we live in a very fast-paced world, and it's easy to just forget about the importance of reading the Word of God. When we do that, it's not just a time to learn about God, but that's truly an encounter with God. And I just challenge you all in this time of Lent to take time, to take 20, 30 minutes a day to read the Word of God. And if you do that, little by little, over time, you're going to see that change in your heart. Jesus, or in this reading, it talks about how, it says, "Just as from the heavens the rain and snow come down and do not return there till they have watered the earth, making it fertile and fruitful, giving seed to the one who sows and bread to the one who eats, so my word shall be that goes forth from my mouth." In other words, just like rain and snow do something, they actually give life, they make things fertile and fruitful, so too the Word of God has a purpose. And its purpose is to give us life. It's to convict us, it's to challenge us, and it's simply to give ourselves that gift of the indwelling of God, that contact of our soul with God. And so, again, brothers and sisters, what better time than Lent to start again to read the Word of God?